Let's walk through how to create some custom stairs by using Stair by Sketch. I'm going to go ahead and move over into level 1. Much like a lot of our other videos, I like to build the stairs outside of the floor plan, and then when we have them the way we want, then we just move them into the design. Just makes things a little bit easier, and there's less things to kind of click on and mess up some of the work that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to make sure to go on the Architecture tab. I'm going to go to the Circulation panel, grab Stair. I'm going to start off kind of with, our location line being center. We're going to do an actual run width of 4 feet with an automatic landing, making sure my levels are set first. So level 1 to level 2, clicking apply, checking those dimensions for the number of risers. We're getting 34, just like how we did in our emergency stair settings that we did in a previous video. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to draw, I'll leave a little bit of that floor plan in view. I'm going to draw 15 risers. Now, one of the things when I zoom in here, so there's my 15 risers. While I'm sketching or while I'm putting my run in, I can go ahead and change the location line to run going left. And I'm going to track off of this upper left corner. So I'm going to leave probably about a 4-foot space. I'm going to click again. And then you're going to see that it's going to give us a spot to kind of run. I'm going to do about another 15 risers. Going to give a little bit of a space. We'll do about another 4 feet here. And then I'll finish out what we have. Now, this is going to be a good U-shape kind of, or an L-shape winder that we're going to have in here. So I'm going to just hit the green check mark. If I go to my 3D view, you will see that our L-shape winder here is going to show up and looks pretty good. The one thing I want to do, though, is I want to have it where it splits off on the two sides. So I'm going to go ahead and select the stairs. I'm going to edit the stairs. And then what I want to do here is actually move back to level 1. So then that way I can see the actual sketch here. And I'm going to select, these, and I'm going to hold control and grab this last one. I want to grab these 3 sections of stair. And then I want to go up here to the mirror pick axis. So since I have these selected, it's going to know what selection I've made. And now it tells me to select the axis of reflection, which would be this line here. It's going to mirror and set another set of stairs on the other side, into which I can click off, then hit the green check mark. And then I can go ahead and take a look in the 3D view that now I've kind of have this kind of Y-shaped kind of stair that if I come up, I can either go left to go to one side of the building or I can go right to go to the other side. And it's just some things that we can kind of work with. So this is one way that you can kind of customize a stair that's not in Stair by Component. You can actually create some different ones. So I'm going to go ahead and select the stairs here. I'm going to select Edit Stairs. I'm going to show you another way that we can go ahead and change to look at this. So I'm going to go ahead and select this bottom set of stairs here. And I want to convert these to a sketch-based option. It says once you do this, it's non-reversible. So I'm going to go ahead and say close. I recognize that. And now I can say edit sketch. Now you'll see it brings back the sketch. So I'm going to move back to level 1 so that way I can kind of look at it properly. And what I want to do here is I want to create more of kind of like an arced boundary on each side. So I'm going to get rid of these green lines by selecting them and deleting them. I'm going to go up and grab the start end radius arc. And I'm going to track off of this bottom line. So when I see the dash line, I know I'm right in line with it. I'm just going to click to place, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect up here at the very top riser, and then I'm going to kind of just give it a little bit of an arc like this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and select that arc. I'm going to mirror, pick axis, choosing that axis, and put the same one on the other side. Then that way I can know everything is even, and everything's good to go. Now I need to connect all of these lines that represent our risers over till they touch this green arc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the Trim Extend Multiple Elements. I'll select the arc first, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do a crossing and just highlight all of these. And then when I release, you'll see they'll all run over and touch to that particular one. I'm going to cancel once, select the tool again, select the right arc, and do the exact same thing. Do a crossing, and then that way they have a full connection all the way from side to side. I'm going to hit the green check mark. Now, it will give me maybe, in this scenario, this is where understanding Revit really helps. For some reason, the stair, run, and landing cannot be joined. So you can see it's going to kind of mess with our landing here just because of the arc shape. It's trying to maintain that curvature. So I'm going to go ahead and say unjoin the elements. And then while I'm here, I'm going to select the landing, and I'm just going to go ahead and convert it over to a sketch-based element, and then edit the sketch, and you'll see I get these green lines. And all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make these connect again, and I can use like trim extend a corner to kind of get these to clean up. But you'll see like this little line here I can delete. Same thing with what I hear about the 16. I can delete this one, and then I can trim extend a corner and just bring back that rectangular shape that we had. Select the green check mark once more. Then if we go to our 3D view, there you'll see now we get this more kind of grand staircase look where it kind of arches out. And then we can see everything is connected properly with our landing and our next set of stairs once I kind of clean that up a little bit. Another feature that I would like to show is that if you select the stairs and select edit stairs, I'm going to select the landing here, and I'm just going to edit the sketch. And now that we got the sketch going, I want to go ahead and go to level 1. Maybe I want to create like a little balcony area. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete this top line, and maybe I'll extend this line up a little bit like so. And same thing on this side until they match. I'm going to take a line out, maybe leave about, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet, come up about the same here. And usually what I like to do to keep from having to do that again, I'll grab these 2 lines and then pick the axis. Oops. Let's try that one more time. Let me just pick these 2 lines first. Usually that's the easiest thing. Pick the mirror, pick axis, then pick the axis, and there we go. And then I'm going to add like a little, let's do a little start in radius arc on the end and create kind of like a little balcony kind of scenario. I'm going to hit the green check mark. Once more, go to my 3D view, and now I see this kind of like it can come up. You can have like a little balcony area, maybe for like a small amount of seating, or just for people to stand and kind of see, look at the overlook, just have a little rest area. Makes it look kind of decorative. And there we go. We can go ahead and have this particular staircase being built. Another particular staircase that you could do, just as another example, is, again, I'm going to go ahead and use the stair. I'm going to go ahead and do a 15 riser run here. And then I want to come over and maybe I want to go ahead and say, well, the run location is going to be to the left. Come off of here, click. Maybe I'll come up another 15 risers. And then once I make the other turn, I'm going to go run to the right, track off of that corner, and do something like this. So here's the middle stair, goes to the left, comes up, and then kind of U-shapes back around. The other thing that I can do is that I can select like this stair. I'm going to hold control, the landing, this stair. I'm going to mirror pick axis, choose this middle line, and then the only thing that I would need to adjust here would be the landing. So I can just go ahead and select it, grab it over its by a component, and that way it goes all the way to both. Green check mark. If I go to my 3D view, we can see here's another one. Again, main stairwell, and then you can split and divert off into some other areas if you'd like. So just a couple different ways, things to think about as you're kind of coming up with a staircase design. A lot of different possibilities. I like this one right here that I chose the first time, or that I drew the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and use it. And I'm going to get rid of this staircase. I can just delete it. You may get a little warning that says some pin objects are gone, or things were deleted. It's just telling you that some of those railings and things. But I'm going to go ahead and put this into my Keystone library. So I'm going to select this staircase. I'm going to choose the rotate option. I usually pick off the front of the stairs in the middle, and then I can set my reference edge. So this is the 0 point, and then I'm going to go ahead and rotate it 90 degrees. And then I'm going to select it all, use the move command. I usually like to pick the same spot, just for preference. And then that way I can kind of know where the center of my stairs are going to be, and I'm going to place it right about there. So if you need to move it a little bit more, you can kind of either drag it or use the move command. I might do something like this. And then when I go to my 3D view, I will be able to see that my stairs, if I look through my curtain walls here, the stairs are all set up in here. I can always hide some of these walls here. Let me select everything and filter, check none. Let's see if we can just get walls. And let's see what we can hide here. Just do a temporary hide. Looks like this one needs to be added. But now you can go ahead and see here is your staircase. And so people will walk up, and then we still, in a later video, we'll add some how to add openings into the floor and everything. But there's where your staircase could be for your first level, going from first level to second level in your Keystone building. So this has been just taking a look at how can we create some different custom stairs and create like a grand staircase in our particular building, and just adding to the aesthetics and the appeal and showing you what's possible within Revit.